dealt with. The EFF security was already present when they arrived at plus minus 6:30 a.m. on the said morning. Later, when vendors started to enter, they were all checked by the bomb squad unit, and it was established that no vendor was in possession of any item that may pose a danger for society. The vendors were searched by members of visible policing, and including searched by the EFF security members. After they had set up their goods, the gates were opened for the public to start to enter. They had not encountered any problems. Everyone was very disciplined, and all role players, including the EFF, were fully cooperating. The president of the EFF delivered a speech for about 1 hour, and then thereafter the artists performed again. At about 6 p.m., fireworks display started behind the podium, and at about 19:30 p.m., he sent members to the podium to ask the EFF security and to inform them that it is getting late and the gates must be closed by 8 p.m., since there was still a group of people around the podium as artists were still performing. They cooperated, and a meeting was called, the debriefing meeting, which was conducted at about 20:05 p.m. He had again informed EFF security that the event must now stop, as there were still people around the podium, and that the lights of the stage will be switched off due to time. No misunderstandings occurred, and people were allowed time to leave. He testified that he was the complainant on behalf of the state in this matter. The purpose of opening a docket was to ensure that the incident that occurred was investigated, or I should say the alleged incident that occurred was investigated. He was called by Brigadier Nkoro, Nkoro, on 1 August 2018, who showed them, or the witness, a clip which had gone viral on social media. He testified that on the said clip he saw a white male giving a firearm to Mr. Malema, and when he was in possession of that firearm, he had started to shoot. The shooting was done by Mr. Malema. The court is quoting verbatim from the viva voce evidence of the witness. In order for a proper investigation to follow, a docket had to be opened, and since they only heard the fireworks on the evening in question, a docket was then opened and registered at Mtansane police station. The docket was handed to Detective Unit, and Colonel Swartboy was assigned as the investigating officer of the matter. He confirmed that he communicated with Colonel Swartboy, informing him that an empty cartridge had been picked up at the stadium, and that it was the only time he communicated with Colonel Swartboy. The photographs depicting the stage and setup at the stadium was shown to the witness by the state, and he had confirmed that it is indeed a true reflection of the event and the structures and the setup. He testified that the VOC, which is VOC referring to the Venue Operational Center, was a Wendy house that they used and was about 100 to 150 meters away from the podium. He testified that VOC was situated at the west side of the podium, straight opposite the podium. The clip shows the right-hand side of the podium, and in front of the podium it shows people, and on the podium it shows people were not in front of the male but to the left side. The stadium was closed at 9 p.m. and confirms that Mr. Malema arrived, but he does not recall what time, as the security will only notify them if there was a problem on arrival, and none was reported to him. So he knew that it went calmly and peacefully. He saw accused one for the first time when he delivered his speech, and it was about 1 hour, and estimates the time to be plus minus 14 hours, and he was standing in front of the VOC outside. Discussions took place with the EFF security team, and after the second meeting it was decided that the EFF security will regulate and decide as to whom will be responsible for people on and off the stage at any given time. Further, that they were not informed at any of the security meetings that there would be security personnel on stage, and he did not observe any of the close protectors. And it is also standard procedure that if a member of SUPS should see a firearm on any person's waist, he or she must inform VOC immediately. He was not informed about any shooting incident during the event, and also not at the time of the closing meeting, and did not panic when he heard the fireworks, as he was aware before the time, as this was discussed at the security meeting. With regards to the video clip he viewed, he is unable to say how many shots were fired, but it was a rifle. He also confirmed that the fencing around the podium was damaged, since the speaker and the political songs that were being sung caused the people to move closer and excited the crowd. Cross-examination by Advocate Hodes confirms that he was in charge of SAPS on the day of the event and that all major incidents will be reported to him. He also confirms that in his